Meanwhile, Israeli defense forces have intensified the offensive in southern Gaza region, especially in areas near Khan Yunis area. The forces have in fact stated that they have largely concluded their operations in northern part of Gaza. Meanwhile, around 23,000 Palestinians have been killed so far, and the World Health Organization officials have even showed concern over the declining medical situation and the humanitarian catastrophe that is unfolding across the Gaza region.
As each day passes, Israel only seems to be intensifying its offensives in Gaza. Israeli military has released a video showing troops dismantling Hamas terror infrastructures in Khan Yunis. The troops uncovered tunnel shafts and combat equipment among civilian residential areas. Israel says that it has largely concluded its operations in northern Gaza and is now focusing on the central and southern region. The Israeli Defense Forces confirmed that the troops have intensified operations in southern city of Khan Yunis. A top World Health Organization official in Gaza Strip said he's not seeing lessening of intensity of the conflict and that the humanitarian space is shrinking in Gaza.
Based on the latest figures from the Ministry of Health, so we're currently talking about more than 23,000 fatalities, of which 70% women and children. So that is actually 1%. You talk about 1% of the population in Gaza. We also talk about almost 59,000 people injured, which is close to 2.7% of the total population. So then you're talking about 3.5% of the population very much affected, directly affected.
Around 23,000 Palestinians have been killed so far. Refugee shelters are flooded with people. And as Israel intensifies its operations every day, the number of people seeking shelters is only increasing. Over the escalating war, health officials have showed concern over the declining health system in Gaza.
We're seeing this humanitarian catastrophe unfold before our eyes. We're seeing the health system collapse at a very rapid pace. Hospitals closing, patients lacking access to health facilities, health workers being forced to flee, as Rick alluded to. And I've been here for the last 5 weeks, go to hospitals frequently. And just 2 days ago, I was at Al-Aqsa Hospital in the middle area. When I arrived there, the hospital director told us that just in the 3 or 4 days before our arrival, he had lost 70% of his staff. They had fled with their families because they were afraid. There were evacuation orders in the area, intensification of hostilities in the area. Just that evening, there was an intensification around the hospital in hostilities, and hundreds of patients, those who were well enough to flee or who had caregivers who could help them to leave, left and fled south. And many of the staff also left.
Israeli Prime Minister says that the offensive won't stop until security is restored. But only time will tell when will these operations conclude. Agency report, Republic TV.